Hello friends, Mark the Do Something Guy here again, and today I'm working on some bushcraft tools, trying to get them repaired. I've got an axe that the head is broke off of, that I'll be replacing with a new handle. And then I've also got a Mora bushcrafting knife here. We're supposed to have a ferro rod inside of it. As you can see there is worn down to nothing. I'll be replacing that with a new ferro rod. I've also got this bull knife that I made. Once I have the knife and the axe repaired, I'll be using the three of them to show you how to make a bushcraft style spoon. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing we're going to do is working on this axe. And as you can see on there, the handle broke off inside of the axe head, so I'm going to start with drilling that out. So you can see I'm starting to get this emptied out. So with some persistence there, I was able to get all the wood out. Now, problem I have, the new handle is just a little bit larger than the hole. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on this handle to make it fit. All right, so to make my handle fit my axe head, basically I'm going to just take and set this up here like this and kind of get a rough idea of what I need to trim off. And then I'm going to just use my knife here and trim that down. As I go, I'm going to just check this periodically because I don't want to overshoot it. One thing you do want to make sure you're doing is you want to try and keep this all uniform. Uniform thickness and where you're shaving all kind of the same so that your axe handle fits nice and even. Alright, so I've got that pretty well down to where I want. It's going to pinch it quite a bit when I push this in there. And you can see on this axe head that there are some ridges in there, so those are going to be a little bit difficult to work with, but I'm going to take this over to a hard surface and get a hammer and just kind of tap this in there. Alrighty, so with a bit of persuasion here, I was able to take it and get that down on there. You can see I've got some little burrs, so I'm going to just take my knife and kind of trim up those burrs. Those are from those grooves on the axe head biting into the wood. Next thing we need is the wedges for it. That just goes into the split in here, and then this metal wedge goes crossways to it all. And I've basically pounded that in there as far as I could make it go. Now I'm going to take a normal wood saw here and cut that off as close to flush as I can get it. Now I'm going to take my metal shim here and I'm going to put it in the thickest spot of that. So I've got that all the way in there now, and I pounded that completely flush with the wood and the top of the axe there, and you can see that the handle has now filled that entire gap, and this is now in good working order and ready to be used on the next adventure. Next project I'm going to be working on is fixing this Mora and getting this old ferro rod or piece of ferro rod out. So for that, I'm going to take and put this in a vise in the garage and get my hacksaw out, trim that piece off, and then drill it out and put a new one in. That's what I was afraid of here. This could be a sparky job. I'm going to just try and backdraw this. And I'm afraid I may have to trim this off too, because I think it's going to be a little too long. Yeah, it's going to be about that much too long. There we go. So this little chunk of ferro rod here that I just cut off, I'll probably keep that and throw it in a pack or something somewhere. Still good. That's good enough for me and my uses. So I'm going to get some 5-minute epoxy and epoxy this ferro rod into the hilt there. And then this project will be wrapped up. As I let the epoxy cure on those pieces, I'm going to go look for some wood. And to do that, I'm going to just go out here to the wood pile. I'm just looking for the right piece that speaks to me. Alright, so I decided to, on these 3 pieces of wood, I'm going to use this one to make a spoon. This is black locust. This is tamarack or larch pine. And this is actually the bark from a cottonwood tree. So I'm going to start by drawing out my spoon here. Not doing anything real fancy, just kind of a standard. I'm going to use my saw to kind of make this a little easier to work with. Join me over here real quick. I'm going to split off some of this excess. So as you can see here, I'm just chipping away on this, trying to get down to where I want that to be at. Alrighty, that's pretty close. Now I think it's time to switch to the knife. I'm going to start cutting layers of this off. I'm going to use the old broken axe handle to do that. Getting a little closer. Time to get the curve knife or the bull knife and start cleaning out the inside. Got the basic shape that I want here. I'm going to take a lighter and burn out all the little ends that are inside of here, and then I'll be able to take some sandpaper and sand that out and then seal it. Alright, there's my spoon. I hope you enjoy watching that as much as I enjoyed making it, and I hope you'll consider subscribing. Don't forget to go do something today.